Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be reviewing the game Wolfenstein The Old Blood. Now let me first start by saying this game is a standalone DLC and it came out about 2 weeks ago on both the PS4 and the Xbox One. Now, if any of you guys were wondering about the story behind this game, it's pretty much a prequel to Wolfenstein The New Order. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the value and the length of the game. Now, let me start this by saying the length of the game is almost, the length of Wolfenstein The New Order. Like, when I got this DLC and I started playing it, I was on about chapter 4 when I looked up to see how many chapters there were in this game, because, I had to know that. Because I'm like, I wonder how much longer this DLC is going to be. And to my surprise, there was 8 full chapters. And I was like, oh my gosh, is this like a full game? And then I kept playing it, and yeah, it was pretty much like a full game. A $20 standalone DLC full game is what I pictured it as. Now, the next thing coming up is when you're about halfway through the game, and this might be a spoiler for some people, so you might want to skip it, but when you're about halfway through the game, you're like with this German lady, or she's like one of the head Nazi ladies or whatever. Anyways, something happens, the place, oh yeah, that's right, there's like a crypt gets opened up somehow, and what comes out of this crypt is like these zombies, and then they start attacking people, and then the Nazis become zombies too, and after you wake up from hitting your head, the place you're at is like on fire, and then you jump down and you see a zombie, and when you see that zombie, and if you're one of those people that have played Wolfenstein or Return to Castle Wolfenstein before, you're going to have such a great feeling of nostalgia. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, is this really happening? Because I don't think we've seen monsters or zombies or anything like that other than like the dogs in this game and like the robots and stuff like that since Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how it was. I mean, Castle Wolfenstein, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, that was like one of the main games I played when I was younger. Like when I think of like Xbox, original Xbox and like the games I used to love to play, Wolfenstein was, always at the top of the list. I'd always have that game in, when I was a kid. I was pretty persistent at the bosses too. I wouldn't give up. Sometimes I just roam around the map and stuff like that. That game was so classic and so fun, just like all the Wolfenstein games are. Maybe not so much the 3D ones anymore, because it's hard to adapt to 3D. Yeah, they're cool to play sometimes, but it's hard to adapt to 3D or like the kind of 3D that the 90s versions are and stuff, or 80s, 90s versions are and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, this is built on the same engine, obviously, as Wolfenstein The New Order, so, don't expect, like, any different graphics or anything like that. The graphics are about the same, which is alright with me, because they're not bad or anything. They're average, and, the guns are, I think there's some new guns, but for the most part, the guns are the same. The mechanics of the guns are the same and everything like that, because, it's a standalone DLC, so like I said, yeah. But, so far, I love this game, and I beat it probably twice already, and it's still not boring. Wolfenstein is one of those games that's like an arcade game to a lot of people. You play it for fun, you play it it's like a shoot-'em-up game, you play, just kill zombies, you watch the guts go over the place. This game is really gory, I might add. It's one of the goriest games I've seen in a long time. Like, if you can literally shoot people's stomachs out and shoot their arms off and stuff like that. Like these games, I don't even know how to explain it. They're just like my favorite. Even if I beat it, I keep playing it because they're classic. And I want to keep going on about this, but pretty much if you have $20 to spare, I would get this game, because it's going to give you, I would say, at least, if you're playing on medium or like an easier difficulty, it'll give you at least 6 to 8 hours of gameplay. But like for me, I played it on the hardest difficulty, because that's how I am. This Wolfenstein is the only game I play on the hardest difficulty, and that's how I am with these games. And it probably took me about, because I get stuck on some levels, and it probably took me close to like 14 hours, I'd say. But yeah, overall, this game is a get. I would get it if you like these types of games. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great day.